Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Nachtmirror here, and welcome to the Astrocastrophe. Tonight, we are playing a surprise title, hand-selected by Mr. Astrocatical himself. A game so terrifying, even the Dark Prince himself would be horrified by the prospect of such a horrendous title as the one I will be experiencing tonight. With you, my dear sweet guest. So, without stalling any further, let's just jump right into the title and see what horrific piece the mastermind has selected this time. I can hardly wait. It's been a good long time since I had a spine-tingling, chilling experience. I can already feel the nervous tension building deeper, stronger. Yes. I can barely contain myself. Little Goody Two-Shoes. Well, this certainly is not what I was expecting. I do suppose the Dark Prince would be at least mildly disturbed by the prospect. Alright. Well, let's see what is in store for us. I'm sure it's going to be quite the experience. Now, let's see here. Let me think for a second, please.
Goody Two-Shoes.
Is this the story of Little Goody Two-Shoes? Ah. I wonder. Is it the big bad wolf? An elderly woman ventured deep into the rooms. She heard a loud cry. And she found a child. Worry not, my dear. I'll name you Elise. So they spent their lives in the village of Kieferberg. And they grew very close. I'll take care of you. I'll do whatever it takes, Granny. Don't cry, my love. Oh, you said you wanted it. I'm sure you'll cherish it, Fufu. Granny. I love you, Elise. Thank you for granting my only wish. Goodbye, Granny. May your soul traverse the dark realm and be one with us. For goodness sake, there goes my last march.
For goodness sake!
Oh, I'm so tired of this place. Wash my sheets, Elise. Sweep my floors, Elise. Elise, Elise, Elise. Sounds like a song from The Cure or something like that. Oh, I'd show them. I'd make them scrub my pots and pans, my shoes even. Have them wipe down all my windows, every last one. Lean onto my hearth and fetch me some water. Better yet, I'd have them running around calling me Miss Elise all day. Oh, if I were only rich. All the steak I could ever want, all the shiny dresses. One for each day of the week with shoes and jewels to match. And maids, all the maids I could ever want. Oh, if only. Well, one can dream. Elise. Oh, for goodness sake. On your way home, lass? What are you doing wandering about in the dark, Elise? You want to know it's dangerous out here. I'm not wandering about, Mr. Ludwig. I've been working late, if you'd so kindly leave. You know better than to put yourself in danger, Elise. If anyone's putting me in danger, it's you. I'd be home already had you not stopped me for an earful. Come on now, Elise. We've got good reason to worry. All this vigilance, for what? What am I to be afraid of? The witch? Watch your words, Elise. You're not to question such matters. What do you say we walk you home? I believe I'll be just fine on my own, Mr. Heinrich. No more detours, Elise. It's for your own good. Lest I come across the witch I know. Let us hope you don't come to regret your words, lass. Oh, I can't stand these folks. Right. Well then. Let us set about, goody little two shoes. That way is not home. Just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Yes, indeed. Perhaps the Dark Lord would find such a title to be terrifying. This is a most unsettling atmosphere. A fork in the road. Choices. Pine tree this, pine tree that. Everything's about pine trees around here. Right. Kieferberg viewpoint. Left. Kieferberg peak. Oh, what do we have here? Sacred treasure? Grapes. Sour grapes. Alright, Goody. Uh-oh.
For goodness sake!
It's impossible to keep this lantern lit in this wind. Guess I'll be finding my home way in the dark. Save often. Make sure you use up all your saves to avoid too much backtracking. Ah. Indeed. Okay, so where do we go from here? Ah. This must be the residence of little Goody Two Shoes. Let's see if mail. Nothing. Alright.
What in the Lord's name?
What in the Lord's name happened here? I ought to find my matches. It's no use going in the pantry, is it? There's nothing to eat in this house. Who in the Lord's name got into my house? At least they didn't get into this trunk. Despite its visibly worn appearance, the old trunk keeps its contents safe and secure. Oh. No, little Goody. Game over. How could that be? What just happened? That made zero sense. See again. I'll show that tentacle creature.
What in the Lord's name?
Let's just find these matches. What was that thing? Was I dreaming or? Endings. There are 10 endings to this game. So, if you're interested in this game and not at all watching the complete playthrough, this game has 10 endings. So that, my friends, is a lot of replayability. Now, according to Mr. Astrocadical, this game has an overwhelmingly positive review on Steam. Overwhelmingly positive as in the overall reviews. Recent reviews have been very positive, so this is a game that seems to resonate with people. Now, is it the horror title I was expecting? Not at all. Whoever broke into my home must be out there somewhere. How am I to sleep like this? Shuddering in the wind, the glass panes tremble in the wooden frames. I really ought to go through all this junk sometime, I suppose. A small wooden trunk filled with various knickknacks. Okay, where's the matches? What was I thinking leaving it here? I ought to light the fire now. Preserve your matches, light your lantern using matches. Be careful not to waste them. Indeed. It's been a long time since I've gone into Granny's Holly's room. Not that there's anything to see there, anyhow. Who could have possibly done this? They've ransacked the place.
What is this?
Good grief. What if it was that witch the townsfolk have been going on about?
Keep it together, Elise.
No, keep it together, Elise. It was definitely a burglar. That said, I'm not going anywhere without my broom. Aha. Yes, indeed, a broom. The perfect tool for fending off burglars who come bumping into the night. Stealing from my house, stealing from the house of little Goody Two-Shoes. Yes, indeed. Soon it'll be little evil Two-Shoes. Soon. That's a nice view. That must be the village in the distance. Wonder, where's the witch's castle? I could call for help, but no, not a chance. I'll deal with this mess myself. Everberg's rooftops decorate the rolling hills far off in the distance. What? There you are, you shameless thief.
Out with it!
Give me back all you took. Right
Hurry it up!
now. Wait, please. Please forgive me.
Out with it!
Explain yourself, you wretch. What were you doing in my house? Please, don't hit me. I was just hiding. There was these men and I won't ask you a second time, thief.
Hurry it up!
Give me back everything you took right now. Didn't take anything. I was just scared. Please, I beg of you. Show me your hands.
Oh, but
I didn't take anything, ma'am. Now show me your pockets and make it quick. I keep telling you I didn't steal anything, ma'am. This is all I have, I swear. Coins and weeds. I'm very, very, very sorry. Coins and weeds. What are you doing up here in the mountains?
oh, that's...
I'm a traveler, ma'am. Turn around. You say you're a traveler. Are you all by yourself?
Yes.
Yes, I'm traveling alone. I hoped I could rest for the night in this village, but I saw some people walking in the woods. It frightened me, so I ran to find some place to hide. Be that as it may, you're still... Oh, please forgive me, ma'am. I didn't mean to make such a mess.
Oh, shut it!
Do you stop calling me that?
I'm
Sorry.
For goodness sake.
Alright, well, I might let you go if you can prove your innocence, that is.
That's...
I don't know what else I can do, ma'am. Well, you can start by cleaning up this mess. And then you can...
Sorry,
Ma'am?
I did it!
Yes, that's it. A maid.
Alright.
Listen carefully now. First, you'll be tidying up the mess you've made. In fact, you can clean my whole house from top to bottom. That'll teach you not to go storming into strangers' homes.
I'm sorry,
Ma'am, complaining already, are you? Wouldn't you agree this is the least you can do?
Yes.
Oh, of course, I'll gladly do it, ma'am. Good. And in exchange, I suppose you can stay here. But no more thieving. I'm not a thief, ma'am. I'll be the judge of that. Thank you very much. You work for me and I'll give you a place to stay. Fair enough, wouldn't you say? It does sound fair, ma'am, and it's very kind of you, but I am not a thief. Fine, you're not a thief. Now would you stop calling me ma'am? Do I look like an old hag to you?
I'm sorry.
You don't. I apologize.
Alright.
My name is Elise, and you best remember it.
Yes.
Ah, yes. I'm so sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. Frozen Mary. My name is Rosamarine. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Elise.
For goodness sake.
Just Elise is fine. Come now, you have a lot of work to do.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Well, Elise has finally acquired a maid. How could you even do all this? Look at my floors.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Even Granny's plates shattered to pieces. What are you, a wild boar? I'm surprised you didn't break my windows and tear down the walls. All right, well, you know what you did.
Anyway,
Anyhow, here, take this. Make certain you get into every nook and cranny, you hear? Yes, ma'am. While you're at it, you can sweep the chimney and clean out the fireplace, too. And wipe that stain off my wall and wash my windows. I want this place sparkling by the time I wake up tomorrow. Understood?
Of course.
Of course, ma'am.
For goodness sake.
And I told you to quit calling me that.
I'm sorry.
Come now, let me show you to the well out back.
Oh, but
Oh, I can do it myself, Elise. Anything to make up for what I've done. Look here, lassie. I have no good reason to trust you. I didn't mean to. Every single corner of this house is to be absolutely spotless by sunrise. Dare to cross me even once, and I'll be having a word with the townsfolk.
You hear?
Are we clear? Yes, Elise. I'm sorry. I'll do my best. Be careful not to wake me either. I have Sunday Mass to attend tomorrow. I'll keep quiet. Good night, Elise. Very good. Go to bed. Sleepy sleep. Betty bye time for little Goody Two Shoes. Oh. Betty Boo bye time. Now you've done it, Elise. There was hardly a mean to be that harsh, but still. What if she's dangerous, or worse even? What if she's the witch the townsfolk have been talking about? Oh, what would Granny Holly do, I wonder? She didn't raise me to be like this. I even threatened to tell her, too. What's done is done, I suppose. I'll make sense of it tomorrow. It's best I go to bed. Sunday. It's morning already? I can't be late for Sunday Mass at Father Hans.
You can't be serious!
Good grief, what was I thinking? He's probably taken everything I own by now. Managing stamina, you will lose 1 bread for each time period that passes by. That's 6 bread a day. Manage your normal food and key items through the item menu. You can consume little Goody Two Shoes and use a glove item through the menu as well. Yes, a most evil game indeed. Doesn't get more terrifying and mischievous than little Goody Two Shoes. Wow. Looks like she really did a number on the kitchen. Doesn't seem like she took or broke anything, but... Hey.
Rose and Marine!
What? Was that her name? I can't believe she tidied up and just left like that. I didn't even give her anything to eat last night. Now where could she have gotten to? I bet she is in the chicken coop. Because she is a chicken. Yes, the chicken coop. What a view. I ought to keep my mouth shut about this whole ordeal. I can't imagine what could happen if those folks caught wind of this. Kieferberg's rooftops decorated. Okay, whatever.
Rosenmarine! For goodness sake.
There you are.
Please.
Honestly, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry.
I was intending to leave first thing in the morning, but I was afraid I'd get lost in the dark. Never mind, come with me now.
Sorry,
Are you taking me to the village? Who do you take me for, some wretch? Forget what I said last night. Not exactly my finest moment, I didn't mean to be such a brute, truth be told.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for what I did too.
For goodness sake.
I got it. All of that's dead and buried. Now come, I'm running late for Sunday Mass.
Yes.
Wait for me, Elise. Okay, bring Rosemarine home. Just a second here. Must tidy up all the technical issues with little Goody Two-Shoes. If Mr. Astrocatical would have taken the time to mend to these technicalities, I would have a much smoother experience playing this horrendous, horrific adventure into darkness. Flock? Flock, eh? Yes, a goat. A ceremonial sacrifice for the dark gods. We will use them to appease our master. Oh, I'm so relieved to see you. Yes, indeed. The sacrificial lamb has come about to dive into the depths of our blessed creators. You know this goat. Yes, of course. We met on the way to Kieferberg. We've been together since. Yes, we were. Oh, he's the cuddliest little thing, isn't he? Yes, all the better for the sacrifice. The cuddliest little thing, you say?
Anyway.
Anyhow, I ought to get going. Wouldn't want to be late for Sunday Mass. Indeed. Ah, yes. I'll be back in a moment, Flock. Yes, Sunday Mass. I have to say, you did a decent job tidying up. You did pretty much everything I asked you to.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Indeed. I wanted to assure you I meant no harm, Elise. It kept me up for hours last night, thinking you'd...
Oh, shush it!
I get it already. No need to tell me. Here, have some bread. You must be hungry.
Yes.
Thank you, Elise. You really are too kind.
For goodness sake.
You do remember I hit you with a broom, right? Called you a thief. Made you do my bidding and whatnot. Most folks would have tossed me right out the moment they found me. But you didn't. I suppose I didn't. Anyhow, I'm heading out.
Alright.
Don't wander about, and don't make a mess.
Of course.
I won't, Elise. Pursue your love interest. Talk to your favorite girl when you see a heart above her head to schedule a romantic date for later. Yes. A courtship into the realms of darkness. Ah, before you go, Elise. I have something to tell you if you could come meet me later today. What's keeping you from telling me now? Ah, well, it's important, so I'll be in the back by nightfall, alright? For goodness sake, yes, nightfall. It is a perfect time for ceremonial sacrifices and sex magic. Indeed, it's best worth my while, you hear? I promise, it's nothing bad. You'll see about that. Alright, I am on my way to Sunday Mass, so I can infiltrate the enemy's base of operations. It is good to be one with your enemies, or something like that. Would you like to revisit the game's tutorials? Absolutely not. Alright, what is this? Indeed. Now we must head for Kieferberg. I'll get an earful from Father Hans if I don't hurry up. Menu. And Sunday Mass, yes. We must spy on the enemy. Check your objectives, romantic dates, and tasks on the Kieferberg's map. Indeed. Indeed, goody little two shoes. This isn't the time to wander about. I'd best hurry. Yes, I am riveting with terror. This is such a frightening game, indeed. What are these esoteric markings? It looks like they are runes representing some sort of nefarious beast. Maybe a part of the echelons of demons that I know. Okay, never mind. What is this curious marking, this etching? Alright. I must infiltrate the base of my enemy, and we will see what we can do with our new machinations against this isn't time to wonder about the best. Our machinations against the bringer of light. Yes, indeed. Our nefarious machinations of misdeeds and evil doings. Things that drive people to the brink of madness and create utter chaos and there you are, Elise. Come here, why don't you? Good day, Granny Gretel. On your way to Mass, I see? Anything to keep Father Hans off my back. I have some fresh buns. They'll cheer you right up. Why don't you take a look? It's always lovely seeing you, Elise. Normal items, food items, grapes. A soft, supple loaf of bread from Le Country, whatever, from Le Country's bakery. Each glistening grape clings to its stem, coming together in a heavy, plump bunch. Ooh, delicious. Okay, I cannot sell that. Let's see. Let's see. $50 for 9 matches? Are you insane? $10 for a piece of bread? Anything else? Some pretzels, maybe? See you, Granny. Tell me if you need anything else, dearie. Yes, indeed. Soon enough. Don't forget to stop by village shops for some helpful items. Spend your tea wisely. This silly old thing. You think Lebarchin and I used to spend entire afternoons taking turns on the swing, secured by slightly frayed rope and covered with pine needles. The swing's wooden plank sways gently in the breeze. Chicken. Just wondering if you can beat up the chicken like you can in that Zelda game. Zelda, Ocarina, or Link to the Past. Every Zelda game you can beat up a chicken. Yet, you can't beat up a chicken in this, can you? Ah, another sacrificial lamb for a ceremony later in the evening. Yes, the ceremonial lamb that we will be using to feed the Dark Prince and open the gates to the Chaos Realm from which we all bore from. And another goat for the sacrifice. 2 goats. If we had 3 goats, we could open the portal to such great extent the whole world would be covered in darkness. These are for her goats, I'd wager. Resting atop one another, any blemish, discolored and wrinkled apples await their turn in the stable. It is time for Sunday Mass. Indeed, we must remain vigilant against thy enemy. Here we are, finally, the base of operations. You, the bringer of light. Dearest, dearest enemy. Story events. All story events are marked with a book icon. If marked by the time icon, they'll skip one time period. Goodness, Elise, you look dreadful. Good morning to you too, Miss Bertha. Oh, I wasn't certain you'd come today, Elise. Why wouldn't I, Miss Old Diddley? Why, Elise, you do look quite tired. You'd catch a wink, I'd wager. Frightening, wasn't it? Oh, it must be dreadful up in the mountains. What was? For goodness sake, Elise. Did you not notice the state Kieferberg is in? There was a frightening windstorm last night, Elise. It swept through the alleys, nearly ripped some roofs off. Even mine was covered in dead wood. That was no ordinary windstorm, I tell you. How so, Idly? Oh, I've about had it with this nonsense. She's saying it came from the woodland, that's what. Oh, Idly, it's no use entertaining such notions, my dear. You'll see, Marel. All I can see is we're running late for mass. Goodness, what has Kieferberg come to? After you, Elise. Woodland, huh?
Elise!
Good morning, Elise. Freya, evergreen sweetheart. How are you always so cheery, Freya? Freya, you took so long, I thought you weren't coming. Overslept a little, I suppose. Didn't get that much sleep last night.
What can we
Oh,
do?
me neither. And all because of that windstorm. Not even my little sprig could help me. Your sprig? I keep a tiny sprig of lavender under my pillow, you see. Sniffing it helps me sleep better. It leaves such a lovely... Shh! Keep quiet, you two. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Wilhelm. We'd best focus now, Elise. You're the one withering on, Freya. May the blessing of the Lord, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with us. May the hallowed Saint Walpurga take the head of our prayers. Amen. This Saturday, we will once again be celebrating our patroness, Saint Walpurga. As you all know, preparations for the festivities are already underway. Let us all contribute to the best of our abilities, brethren. That said, I am aware of what transpired last night. Several of our neighbors were severely affected by the windstorm. I urge everyone to lend a hand in clearing out the alleyway. Let us all have compassion for one another in the shrine. Let us trust Saint Walpurga to guide our people and keep Kieferberg out of harm's way. May the Lord be with you, brethren. Amen. Some funny German name. Look, all you had to get out of this bed this morning, I wagered. I'm just gonna call her out. Leb, okay? Leb.
Shush it, you.
Very funny, Leb. Jokes aside, Elise, won't I keep telling you to take your apron off for Sunday Mass? I'm certain the Lord couldn't care less, so why should you? You're riling me up on purpose again, Leb. Can you tell?
Goodness sake.
Oh, for goodness sake. I'd best get to work now before it gets late.
See you later, Elise.
Don't forget to come about later, Elise. I won't. Indeed. Now the volume. The volume is just a tad bit. Ooh, it's that Master Blast. Yeah, it's that. Didn't sleep much last night, could you? Could you? Didn't sleep a wink. Explains the hilarity. You're hopeless, Leb. As long as you keep indulging me. So it's my fault, huh? Here you go, before I forget. That's all. Oh, you brought me my favorite. Mr. Bernard said you were rather late getting home last night. Is that so? I did tell you it was almost time for supper when you stopped by. I told you Miss Elmo worked me like a donkey right up until nightfall. Mr. Bernard was fretting over you is all. Mr. Bernard could find better things to do with his time, I'm certain. You really are so stubborn, Elise. Anyhow, it's about time I head out. Say, I'll be up at the bell tower all afternoon if you'd like to keep me company. I'll be there, Leb. Okay, looks like little Goody Two-Shoes has 2 for 1, 2 dates in 1 day. Now this volume. I tried to correct it once, I must try again. It's just a tad bit making my ears bleed. Let us try this. I didn't save, son of a bitch. Settings. Audio. Yes. Oh wow, it still seems so freaking loud. Come on, that's half. Wait, actually, keep that there. It's the music. Put that down one. Okay. Wait, I know it's gonna still be loud if I don't take it down one more. Wow. Keepers. Okay, one more time. You best send word to Primeldorf before. Ah, Beast didn't see you there. Send word to Primeldorf, Mr. Gustav. We're having folks from Primeldorf lend a hand with the festival this year, Elise. The windstorm wasn't as bad up in the mountains, lass. Priya was fretting over you like you wouldn't believe. He was? You ought to thank the Lord for your good fortune, Elise. Certainly, Father. Hard at work, even on a Sunday, are you? When aren't I, Father? Sundays are meant for rest, Elise. You let us know if you ever need a hand, you hear? Of course, Mr. Gustav. You. What is this glowing, scintillating object here, just at the corner of my eye? Like a glaring star in the blackened abyss of the void which surrounds us all. A mysterious note. Again, that same marking I found on the wall of the cave just outside the village. There's something written on here. Old Walpurga, sanctified by thy name. May thy will be everlasting, and thy grace all embracing. Quenched thou shalt be on this Sabbath of the full moon. May this prayer find its restful place in thy life. Move. A prayer. There's something else at the bottom. Kuiperberg's offspring lies in the crossroads beyond the maypole. May thy thirst be quenched, thy blessings received. The crossroads. I wonder who dropped this. We'll have to return to that later. Okay. If I try putting my earpiece in just partly. Still don't know if it works. It's piercing music. I stopped lighting candles ever since Granny Holly passed. Not that they ever did anything anyhow. Kept burning in the wake of a prayer. Each candle's flame flickers in serene devotion. Jeepers. This place always brings back such good memories. The fragrant mountain breeze frolics about the rolling hills, spreading its spring cheer all across Kieferberg. Indeed, pretty little two shoes, indeed. Now, what are my objectives? Investigate the notes you found. Okay, Alma's at the village inn. Okay, I don't know where the chickens are. Probably at the stables. Alright. Okay, so we'll do the work first. The very top one seems like it's the story quest. The two below, they have the little arrow timers next to them, so we're gonna do those first. I think I have a time limit here to do them as well.
For goodness sake!
Thank goodness that's over. What a bore. I think I'll have to work all day until the evening. Oh, is that a child with the love icon? That's kind of weird. What's that all about? Ah, Elise, I was waiting for you. Waiting for me? Oh, that's Freya? I thought it was like a little girl or something. I guess she looks a little miniature. I almost forgot to give this to you. Ointment. You mentioned your hands were feeling dry, right? You didn't have to, Freya. I use it right before bed every night. It does wonders for the skin. I put a little lavender in there too. Eat. You made this yourself? Of course I did, silly. That's Papa's favorite. His hands are always dry, you see. You do have a knack for this sort of thing, don't you? Ah, so I'm told, I suppose. Anyhow, I'd best move along before it gets late. Say, Elise, I was wondering, I'm going to pick some flowers this afternoon up in the mountain. Flowers? I thought maybe you might care to join me, if you'd like. Alright, I'll be there, Freya. That's wonderful. Have a nice day, Elise. Okay. What's gotten into her? So I can't do any of the romantic dates until they are unlocked, and I think it is time that unlocks them. So... Okay. Oh yes, save. Right, we are going to quickly make our way to the first job. Ah yes, this must be the way. Mind what you say to keep folks from suspecting you. That possibly mean? Suspecting me for what? I mean, all I want to do is sacrifice a goat. Nothing more, nothing less. Ow. Let's make our way to our first job and objective. Hello, pussycats. What do you say, Elise? About what, Miss Marlin? Don't mind us. We were just talking about the festival. It's the perfect opportunity to find yourself a groom, Elise. Can't say I'm interested, if I'm honest. Try her patience, Marlin. Oh, I was right about Elise's age when I met Tristan. Lucas, too. He wasn't much older when he left for the Primadolf to get married. Linda, what did I tell you? I won't hear another word about your brother, Linda. It's best I leave them to it. Okay, is this where I do the job? Yes, indeed. Time for work. All available tasks are marked with the broom icon. Each task you do will skip one time period. Ah, you come by just in time, Elise. You seem a little anxious, Miss Elma. How can I not be with all this rubbish scattered about town? Anyhow, won't you fetch me some apples? Yes. I'll lend you a hand, Miss Elma. See you bring me the absolute ripest, you hear? Only makes me want to bring her the rotten ones. How many apples do these folks need, anyhow? My God. Catch the apples, we must. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes. No, I need the fruit of knowledge. Yes, I need to eat from the sinner's mark, the sinner's tree. An anvil. From the likes of the White Lord himself, the bringer of light. The majestic king sending me his anvils to stop me from my evil machinations, my nefarious schemes, and my foyers into darkness, utter darkness and blackness, blacker than the blackest of blackest. We done? 1:30. Hey. I'll have enough apples, right? Enough to make some apple sauce. Yes, indeed. My Elise, this will do perfectly. Here you go, lass, for your trouble. Thank you, Miss Elma. I was rather generous this time. You best appreciate it. Certainly, Miss Elma. Yes, indeed. What do we do now? There you are, lassie. Here I am, Miss Wilma. You've heard, I'm sure, about the windstorm, yes. Oh, you hold that nonsense. I'm talking about the festival. What about it, Miss Wilma? My Elise, I didn't take you for a simpleton. What do you take me for, then? I would appreciate if you didn't insult me, Miss Wilma. Why, you're acting as though I called you a witch, Elise. You're probably the witch. I wouldn't put it past you at this point. Why? Is this a threat? It's too bad I'm not a proper witch, wouldn't you say? Indeed. You oughtn't say such things, Elise. How distasteful can you get, you little... Whatever you say, Miss Wilma. Suspicions? I am no witch. That is absurd. Little Goody Two-Shoes can't possibly be a witch. Okay. So now I have to decide which girl do I take on a date? Well, honestly, if we're going to think about something, we're going to think about it coherently, precisely. We're going to do it, you know, the way a man should. Even though we're playing as a girl, we're going to do it the way a man should. So this is how we're going to do it. We're not going to bitch, we're not going to cry, we're not going to whine. We're going to go for the girl that didn't talk so much shit. Okay, so... I think that would be Leb. Leb was the nicer one, I believe. Freya, I can't remember which one's Freya. Oh, okay, man. I kind of want to go to the viewpoint, so we're gonna can that whole idea. You know, I was trying to take the most misogynistic and Andrew Tate response as possible, being that anyone who follows Andrew Tate and listens to his advice is obviously getting all the girls and making all the money and driving all the fast cars and being the most manliest version of themselves, the absolute Giga Chad, ruling the planet, wiping the floor with the beta males and dweebs and just everywhere left and right, getting arrested for exposing young girls, things of that matter. And that is why you shouldn't listen to Andrew Tate. Working on a Sunday again, Elise. Ought to keep myself fed, I'd say. Say, Elise, we've been considering rebuilding these homes. These piles of rubble, what for? Told you, fellas. Not so in Kieferberg will give it the time of day. I don't see how it would be worth the hassle, that's all. It's such a shame. They're sitting right by the village square, too. But who would choose to settle in Kieferberg, of all places? Come on, folks. If we don't rebuild our own town, who will? You're right, Gustav. This is our home, after all. There's no swaying you two, is there? Why? You could always sell your soul to the dark forces in exchange for unlimited power that could rebuild your city, such as I did. I was a living soul, one who dabbled into the occult and sold his soul to a pantheon of demons, which brought me to the absurd of my own physical manifestation, and now, within the astral realm, I can possess this body and look past these limitations and dive straight into the experience that no one saw. Going to go on here, and we have a date. Yes, Dr. Nachtmirror just tried to live a normal life, possessing the body of this young man and using his computer and streaming on the internet, in case you were wondering. Yes, I am a man, or was a man, just as you. A man who played with the likes of Lester Crowley long before he was even a human being. I had transmuted with spirits of a elder realm, and Sunday, okay, so we're going to viewpoints, and what is this down here? Oh, save point. So, take a little jump. Not quite ready to go for our swim just yet, but we will make it no less. In due time, we must commence with our date. Yes, little Goody Two Shoes is pursuing her first or second. I think she's the second girl. She's the second. No. Yeah, Free is the second girl where the little Goody Two Shoes met. So she is the second love interest. As you can see, little Goody Two Shoes is a bit of a player. Nice. Ah. Well, hello there. There she is. I'll spend some time with her.
Elise!
Ah, Elise. I'm so glad you made the time. I was curious about the maypole, I suppose. Come now, I've been picking some flowers. Won't they wilt if you pick them now? Ah, I'm still playing with the colors. Papa's lending me a hand to dress the maypole, and Miss Marlene and Miss Linda too. Might as well invite all of Kieferberg to dress it at this rate. Why don't you help too, Elise? Me? We could spend the night on Friday, and we could all do it together. Ah, I'm not too certain. Oh, it would be so much fun to have you. I'm not so good with that kind of thing, Freya. Huh?
Oh, it's wonderful!
Oh, I knew daisies would suit you best.
Freya!
Freya, what do you say, Elise? Do you want me to stay the night? I suppose I could, but it's alright if you don't want to, silly. That's not what I... You don't fancy me much, do you, Elise? Freya. All I want is to be good friends with you, despite everything. I do too, you know. Chris is our old partner, you know. I wasn't trying to make you feel for me or anything of that sort.
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake, it's not that, Freya. Oh, I didn't mean... I think little Goody Two-Shoes is just hiding the fact that she's got these other girls in her life. Oh, I didn't mean... I didn't even say anything yet. Oh, but I truly didn't mean to.
For goodness sake.
You're always overcompensating. It makes you seem disingenuous. Elise, it doesn't matter what you do. I'm glad we're friends, Freya. I truly am. Yet, you keep trying to please me day in, day out. That's not what I meant to do, Elise. I wish you'd treat me more as a friend, Freya. Rather than someone you owe an apology to. Elise is setting those boundaries. Elise. I'll be using that ointment you made me, alright? I never meant to overcompensate. God, it's kinda hard to not feel bad for her.
For goodness sake.
Yet you shower me with gifts every day of the week. Yeah, I can see how that gets a little annoying. You don't do that to anyone else. What am I supposed to think? Yeah, honeypotting her. She's honeypotting Goody Little Two-Shoes.
I know.
That's because I care for you, Elise. Huh? There's a reason why you're the only one, silly. Anyhow, it's getting quite late, isn't it? Ooh, she's embarrassed. Well, her face is completely red. Like she might be mad. Or she's... she's like Henry Rollins in the Liar video. Is everything alright, Elise? You're red as a beet. Oh, she's shy. Why is it... It is getting quite late.
Shush it, you.
What are you laughing at?
See you later, Elise. For goodness sake.
Why? Romances certainly don't exist that way in the dark realm. That's not at all how it works. You'll get a love heart after every successful date. Check your progress in the relationships menu. Okay. Yes, and we return to our sanctuary. Yes, indeed, the sanctuary. Don't mind me working on the technicalities. Ah, the ceremonial goat. We meet again. I hope you are ready for tonight's lottery. Wouldn't you say, little goat? There you are, flock. Ought to be nice being a god, huh? Yes, it must be nice being thrown into the ceremonial pit of fire. Not one care in the world, oblivious to everything. Yes, oblivious. She's still living in a chicken coop. There she is. Rosa Marine. Rosa Marine, there you are, Rosa Marine. Rosa Marine. It's such a beautiful and pretty view, is it not? This game has a nice visual aesthetic to it. Just putting that on the word for little goody two shoes. I didn't know you'd be back so soon, Elise. I still ought to head back to town, mind you. What are you doing standing out here? Oh, just waiting for the stars to come out is all. A little too early for stars, don't you think? I find it helps me air out my thoughts. It's your thoughts, you say. I'm waiting for the waxing crescent. It's important I set my sight on what's to come. The sooner the better. What do you mean, Rose Marine? You see, Elise, I've dreamt about you before, about Kieferberg too. Last night, I know this may sound strange, but I didn't quite stumble upon Kieferberg by accident. What do you mean? Do you believe in fate, Elise? I don't know. I've never given it much thought. Then you most likely won't believe what I have to say, but I've always known my fate was with you, Elise. Huh. It's too soon to be having this conversation, if I'm honest. I meant to wait until you were ready, but I don't understand, Rosemarine. Ready for what? You'll know in time. If there is a witch about the village, and she certainly is doing a pretty poor job of not looking like the witch. I mean, just from first glance, she's got on a straw hat. There's symbols of moons and stars on her dress. She's holding what appears to be a voodoo doll. But as the old adage goes, never judge a tome by its cover.
For goodness sake.
What's with all this mystery? Out with it, Rosemarine. What are you trying to tell me? It took me quite some time to make sense of it myself, but everything's feeling so strangely nostalgic to me. Nostalgic, you say? Your name, your voice, your home, this breeze even. All that surrounds you. So much of it feels like home to me. That's not possible, Rosemarine. It's you the stars told me about, Elise. I'm certain now. Never in my life have I heard such nonsense, and yet I'm covered in goosebumps. I can tell you don't believe one word of what I said. Rosemarine, I think I'll stay out here for a little while longer, if that's all right. Promise I won't be late for supper. All right. Don't stay out here too long, you hear? I won't. I won't. Rosemarine heart peace acquired. is nightfall. The witching hour. Okay. Oh, I'm finally done with work for today. I'd best head over to Miss Gretel's to see Leb. Okay, we're going to investigate those notes. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip dinner with Rosemarine. You know, if I'm going to be if a little goody two shoes is going to be a selective, she needs to be acquainted with all three of her love interests. Not that love exists in the realm of darkness, but it's a experimental simulation. If I were little goody two shoes, this is how I would do it. It's important to visualize, you see? And I totally did not pick this game. It was astrocatical. Alright. Now, we're going to uncover the mystery and secrets, the clandestine phenomenon behind these rooms. What is it? What secrets do you hide within the etchings and carvings of your esoteric meaning? What will we discover within the reaches beyond regular human consciousness? Aha! The runes at last. At last, the runes. At last, yes, at last, the runes.
What is this?
Was this opening here before, I wonder? This place is so stuffy. Stay sane. Keep Elise from feeling frightened with sanity-healing items, or she might go mad. A robe. This could belong to the witch. One diary entry. See what it's all about. This looks an awful lot like that old geezer's robe, doesn't it? What's this? The miracle of our beloved patroness, Saint Walpurga. After last evening's events, I have no choice but to take responsibility. Not only for St. Walpurg's sake, but for old Holly's as well. Granny Holly. On her deathbed, old Holly confessed to all her sins. Among her most mundane missteps, she told me of Elise. Dun dun dun! Of her many prayers to cure her of her childlessness. Yet, what struck me as remarkable was the miracle she claimed was granted. That the woman itself granted her a wish for a child. You mean to tell me that Elise goody little two shoes was some sort of nefarious phenomenon granted by the devil or dark beings themselves? Little goody two shoes, you could be one of us. As she put it herself, you granted her wish for a heavy price. Indeed, How can this be? What did old Holly truly mean to say? If this truly did happen, Elise was conceived by St. Walpurg's divine intervention. Yet, if not for St. Walpurg's blessing, then who is he? Old Holly didn't seem delirious, nor did she lose her composure. I have more questions that I can answer at this moment. What is going on here? I'd best hold on to this piece of paper. Ah, yes. Elise, Goody Little Two-Shoes could be a child of darkness. This is most fascinating and exciting news. Tattered note. This is another prayer. O Walpurga, sanctioned by thy name, I beg thou for a sign, a testimony to my plea. May you accept this offering, the remnants of thy miracle. Evilberg welcomes thy blessings, thy guidance. Someone must be leaving me around, but who? There's something else at the bottom. Find proof of our face up at the peaks, buried within the windmill that once was. This is that old windmill put up in the mountains. Indeed. What's in God's name? The door. It's locked too. What is this place? A man-sized sigil appears chiseled in the door's gritty surface, surrounded by uneven, scattered crevices. Get away. What was that thing? Was I dreaming, or I think I might need something to clear my mind. I wonder if there's something up there in that windmill. I don't know what that was about, what that thing was, but when I saw him there was a ritual of sorts. There's no doubt about it. Alright, it's time to go meet Leb. This way to the village. There you are, Leb. You're a little too happy to see me, aren't you? Oh, I thought today would never end, that's all. You look tired, Elise. These folks will be the death of me, that's what. Fretting over this witch nonsense day and night. You know they're rather superstitious, Elise. Oh, you're buying into it now, too. What's next? We all sleep in the church together like chickens in a coop. Elise, it's all nonsense, Leb. Everyone's losing their wits. Here's your bread, Elise. Did you make too much today or something? I felt you could use a little more than usual tonight. You need to look after yourself, Elise. Leb always had a talent to figure things out, but is this her intuition again? Move along, Elise, before it gets late. I'll see you tomorrow, Leb. Well, I could have went with the modest girl. But I decided not. I decided to fool around with the other two. And this one just gave me free. So it was kind of nice. Alright, let's see. Let's see here. Alright, next in the story is having dinner with Rosemary. It is lunchtime. Yes, there's always a feast before ceremony. As there is with the blood that shall be spent tonight on our ceremonial sacrifice to the Dark Lord. Flocky. Flock. Our treasured ceremonial sacrifice. Indeed. We mustn't be late for our dinner with Rosemary. It's very vital to the ceremony that we make it on time. Yes.
with it! Huh? Huh?
You know.
For goodness sake!
Oh boy, oh boy!
Out with it! goodness sake. For goodness sake.
Please.
Shush it, you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Astrocanical here. Oh. So, we've been playing Goody Little Two Shoes for about the last 2 hours now. Interesting. Don't know what happened there. I think I went into one of my spells. I don't know how or why I'm playing this game. It just feels like someone else was controlling me for a minute there. Maybe it was that weird doctor guy. Anyways, what's the big deal about this game? Let's see here. Little Goody Two Shoes, huh? Little Goody Two Shoes. Ooh. I have a bad feeling about this. Keep Muffy well fed and she'll become a powerful ally.
What is this?
What in the Lord's name is this place? What are those things? Feeling lost? Don't forget to turn on your lantern and keep an eye out. Whoa. Escape the room. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bandages, okay. How do I, like, can I avoid those things or what? Damn. What's this? The key to one's dream is found within oneself. As for yours, it's in this very room, the core of your innermost desire. It's not knowledge you seek, but gold-bathed glory. Alright, Elise. What do I do? Jeepers, I just get hit by those? Come on. Man, I don't know what the doctor's been playing for the last couple hours here, but that means there are 4 keys, I'd wager. Oh. Okay, alright. Oh, so I just have to just stay away from those things in general. Okay, 1 key. It's a key. This is what will get me out of here, I'm certain. Yes. He's obviously been playing something he selected. Interesting. Interesting selection. There's just those moments when he takes over. You know, as he says, he is a spirit of some sort. A man who used to dabble into the occult and sold his soul to a pact of astral forces or something like that, and it's jammed. I believe he used to be like, he was like a mortician in his past life. Something gross. Something gross. I don't quite know. Oh boy. Oh, good grief. Hey, I just got to just not be anywhere near those candles. There's no way to defend myself or even outrun them or anything. Oh, damn it, I already got that key. That's me? Oh no, little goody two shoes. Okay. Well, folks, I think that's it for now. Again, I don't know what Dr. Nachtmirror's been playing here. Fairly interesting game. Very enjoyable. Likeable characters. Cute. Fun. Entertaining. Cheap too. You can get this for about $20 on Steam. I highly recommend it if you don't want to watch me play this. Pick up the game for yourself, or if you're just curious. It does appear to have multiple endings. Choices matter. I don't think you'll be expecting The Witcher here, but I think this is a fun game. It's got very good reviews on Steam. I really like that. You know, the further I get into it, it seems like more geared towards like the sort of thing that I'm into. Is like I like paranormal, sort of occultish stuff. Like I get like sort of like a midsummer feeling here with all the weird shenanigans going on in this small town, witches, stuff like that. Just like the symbolism, everything looks like it's just like from a pagan community out in the outskirts of some European country that no one has ever found on a map. It's just the character, Elise Lily Goody Two Shoes, is really likable. A lot of this is a sort of cute game, adorable. I don't know exactly who this game is geared for. I know it sort of has like a theme going on to it with like, you know, like LGBTQ or something like that. But I think this is just all around just a game for people to enjoy, and it's extremely experimental to say the least. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. We'll be sure to continue this. I'm Master Caticle. With that, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time, and hopefully I will be myself as opposed to some astral entity who picks games for me to play that I don't decide myself. But with that, I'll see you next time.